Hi guys, my name is Gamora and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you fall in the spectrum. And if not, I hope your day gets better by seeing my face.
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side.
Embarrassing. Anyways, welcome to this new installment series that I would like to call High School Regrets or High School Regrets, episode 1. Okay, so I'm actually changing it to the high school advice series, and episode 1 is going to be about sports, clubs, and extracurriculars. So, yeah. And the purpose of this new series is to basically just give you a rundown of what I did or did not do in high school and just things I would do differently to enhance not only my high school experience, but also help in the long term when it comes to like applying to colleges and getting accepted and stuff. And I think I can talk. I can give advice because I have applied to a few schools. I've been accepted, I've been deferred, so I can give advice. And please, I don't want you all to be like me and live in this constant state of dread and comparison and regret and just think, oh my gosh, I could have had such a better high school experience if I had just done X, Y, and Z. I could have increased my chances of scholarships and college acceptance if you want to go to college if I had done X, Y, and Z. Okay? I don't want y'all to be like me. So take my advice so you're not like, you know what, Kamora was right and I should have listened to her. No, you're going to be like, Kamora was right. I'm glad I listened to her and I got the best of my high school experience, okay? Because you're only in high school once, you're only in adolescence once, and this is the little fun stuff, the little precursor before you... Why am I out of breath? This is the precursor before you get into the big, scary adult world and have to start paying your own bills. And I know some of you might have to pay your own bills in high school, but shit. Sorrows and prayers to you. Sorrows and prayers to you. Anyways, let's get into it. Getting involved. And when I mean getting involved, I mean extracurriculars. I mean going to freaking sporting events. I mean getting involved. I'll just use myself as a personal antidote, okay? So I have been to 3 different high schools. I was virtual my first year, my freshman year. Sophomore year, I went to my first in-person school, and then in the state of Georgia, and then junior and senior year, right now, I am currently enrolled in a high school in the state of Tennessee. So I have been to 3 different high schools in 2 different states, and I think I can attest to like the difference in scenery and stuff like that. So of course my freshman year I couldn't really get involved in school, okay? But don't let the fact that if you are one of my viewers that are doing school virtually, don't let that stop you. Get out into your community, okay? Get as many community service hours as you can get. Not only is it good for you from a college perspective and also from giving back to your community, it's also good for you socially because, you know, you might be doing school virtually for a multitude of reasons. You might have to stay at home and take care of a family member. You might just, it might be, I don't know, another, actually, I rebuke no more pandemics, please. You know, there are just a multitude of reasons of why people do school online. They may have social anxiety. They may have been bullied really badly. And whatever the reason is valid, okay? But don't let the fact that you're online stop you from getting out, getting some hours, getting the time in, because sitting alone and being alone with yourself is not good. I can tell you that from experience. Unless you're just so confident and secure in yourself, you'll be fine. But it's also not good for us to be alone and for our only social interactions to be through a screen and with our family members who are, for the most part, older than us. So go out into your community, go to the local recreational places, and yes, the theme of this video is getting out of your comfort zone, getting over yourself, and stop letting your insecurities run your life. Because if you continue to do that, you're not going to be happy in life. Not only are you going to be insecure, you're going to be insecure and alone. You're going to be insecure, full of regret, and alone. You don't want that now, do you? Do you want to be depressed? No. So get it together pull your big girl or boy panties on and go out into the community. Go to your local Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, local park, I don't care. Do something, okay? Example, like go, I'm trying to think of it from college experience college perspective. Go and volunteer at, let's say, a local community garden, or go to the nursing home. If that's not your style, go and tutor kids, okay? Go to your local public library. Can I speak? Go to your local public library, and for the most part, they have either some type of clubs going on, whether like at my library, they have like anime meetings, or I didn't say that in like a negative way because I mess with the anime. Love y'all down. And I like, that's really cool. That's dope that y'all are like meeting and like making friends and socializing. So get out and join a club at your local public library that you enjoy. Or you could just volunteer at the local public library, help them like put away books or things like that. Go to the YMCA and volunteer with the smaller kids, or just go. You don't always have to go for the sake of getting volunteer hours to look better for college. No, because a lot of the things that I did that did help me look good for college, like I knew I wasn't doing them for the sake of only looking good for college. I was doing it because I knew it's something that I would enjoy doing, and it was a social activity that would like bring me across more people and kind of help me network, if that makes sense. So it's just always good to have some type of social outlet. And I don't know, public library is a good start. Community garden, recreational centers. And that isn't just for people who are doing school online, but that can help when your options are kind of limited. Yeah. And some schools, if you have a local high school nearby, you can probably go and talk to them and say, hey, I'm essentially a virtual online student. I don't really have access to many clubs. Is it okay if I join a club at your school? And yes, it is a new environment. It is kind of scary because you may or may not know the people in that high school, but it's better than not having at least the option to go and explore a new club. Maybe you've always wanted to join like a fashion club, a writer's club, a reading club, like, or book club, and you just go to your local high school with permission, of course, and say, hey, is it okay for me to join your club? Like, I know I don't go to your school, but like, would I be able to do this club because I'm virtual and we don't really have access to clubs or the options to do clubs? So yeah, that's my advice for people who are doing virtual school. And if you're doing school in person, you have no excuse, okay? And wait, actually, let me backpedal because I know sometimes schools, their clubs, they don't be cutting it. I'm speaking from experience because I go to a CTE heavy school, and I can't define CTE, but I'll probably like have it listed somewhere up here. But essentially you have like your career, technical, educational, like based clubs, if that makes sense. It's like if you're in the engineering sector, they have the engineering type of clubs. And also skills is very big at my school, Skills USA. So if you're in the cosmetology sector, they have a cosmetology club or things that they do outside of school. Same thing with engineering, same thing with mechanics, all that type of stuff. So our clubs are very limited. I would say they are very limited. And if you're a bold soul, which you need to be, make your own club. There's nothing better than somebody reading your high school resume and application and seeing like, wow, they made their own club. Like that's some leadership right there. That's a person who knows what they want and goes for it. Okay, that looks good. And that's something I regret not doing. I wanted to start a reading club so bad, but I let my fear of, looking goofy, being seen, being rejected by, I don't know, the school, the teachers that would have to be involved, and like people not wanting to join my club. I let the fear of what could go wrong stop me from actively pursuing something that I knew I was passionate about. I had friends who told me that they definitely were going to join, but in my mind it's like, oh no, like this could go wrong logistically, this. Sometimes you have to stop being analytical, okay? Stop being logistical and just go for it, okay? Because all the most successful people in their life, people were calling them delusional for what they believed in, but look at them now. They're successful. They're doing things that are helping the world, society at large. They started with a dream, okay? And you got to start with a dream and a purpose and know where you want to go. So join the, like, not even join the club, make the club if you don't like the clubs that are offered, you know? It's like that saying, don't pull up a seat to the table, make your own freaking table. Make your own table, okay? And if you do have access to to clubs, words are just not wording today. If you have access to clubs, please, 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 if you have the opportunity, the transportation, the means to go and explore the different clubs at your school, whether that's during school time, after school, if you have to get a ride to and from with your friends, trust me, I understand the transportation aspect. I understand it, okay? I understand. Just I was about to suggest getting a ride with the teacher, and no ma'am, don't do that. We're not about to get a case. Don't do that. Just do whatever you can, whatever you're able to do, whatever is in your realm of control to go explore clubs. If they have student council, student government, debate, model UN, mock trial, theater. If you want to do theater, do it. But also, if you don't want to be seen by your peers, they have community theater where people from different schools and walks of life go and, all congregate to relish in their joy of the arts. Yes. Okay, words are kind of flowing out now. Okay, they're working now. But yeah. And yes, you are going to have to be seen. I think that's what stopped me a lot, because I was not the most secure in myself. I was like, oh my gosh, what if the people don't like me? Like, what if I'm not fit to be in this club and stuff like that? Do you know how annoying you sound when you say that? Do you know how annoying you sound when you say that? People look at you and be like, shut up. Girl, you are fine. You are okay. Just go and pursue what you want to pursue. Stop letting your fear of looking stupid and being rejected stop you from doing things, because you're not always, here's the truth, you're not always going to get a yes. You're not always going to be accepted. But why are you letting the opinions of people that you don't even like stop you? You don't know these people. Stop letting their opinions, or what you think their opinions might be of you, stop you from going and doing something you love, okay? You actually have a lot more in common than you think. The fact that y'all both enjoy this thing, you can use that as a stepping stone to form a relationship. It doesn't even have to be the bestest of friendship. You have a new acquaintance because you have people that have the same interests, hobbies, passions as you, okay? Let's reframe that thinking. Nobody is going to judge you for starting something or for joining something. Do you think millionaires are judging people for starting businesses and being entrepreneurs? No. Do you think actors are really talented and successful, and actors are judging people for going out and getting acting lessons, for joining their local play? No, because you're getting experience, okay? And if they are judging you, who cares? You're putting so much mental energy, and I'm talking to myself when I say this, because that's my biggest regret, letting how other people may or may not have perceived me stop me from going and getting something. I made a lot of excuses. I still do, and I'm trying to stop myself. But you still have the opportunity to have a great high school experience. You just have to get over yourself, okay? You just have to get over yourself, respectfully. And yeah, even with sports, I think a lot of us, well, I'm talking for myself, we feel that if we don't have millions of billions of years of experience in a certain thing, that we aren't equipped to go out and achieve or chase that thing. But it's like, you have to start somewhere. You want to do track, but you've never done it in your life? At least go out and try. You're gonna look stupid, or not stupid, but not as well trained as somebody who's been doing it all their life. But that's okay, because at the end of the day, they're not gonna judge you because they're so focused on their sport, on their event in track, that they're gonna be focusing on themselves. Okay? Let's say you want to do dance. You want to cheer, but you've never done it before. That's okay. Somebody's going to be new. In every room that you step into, in every activity you do, there's always somebody that's new that's never done it before. You just can't let it show. You just can't wear it on your face like, oh, I'm inexperienced. I've never done it before. Okay, yeah, well, half the people in this, like most of the people in this room, haven't been doing it since they walked out, like since they popped out the womb. Like they had to start somewhere. Not everybody's gonna start in middle school, elementary school. Some people start in high school. Some people are doing it for the first time the same year that you are trying to join. You don't have to be someone who's professionally trained in whatever you're trying to do, in cheerleading, in track, in running, it really doesn't matter. In swimming, you just have to go out and try it. You just have to go out and actually try it. Because a lot of people, they're like, no, I haven't done it. I've never done it before, so I'm not going to try. Then 10 years later, you're like, wow, I really could have been good at this if I had actually put myself out there. Yeah, you could have, but you didn't. So you have to live with that regret for the rest of your life. So how about we stop that, stop that and put ourselves out there and get more involved, because sports are good for everybody, especially in America. Let me not bring up the obesity rates, but it's also good socially. It's a good social experience. I did track my sophomore year. Loved it down. I did my little discus throwing, and after that, I was just on the field talking, blabbing, running my mouth, and I had a great time. Made new acquaintances, got more familiar with the people in my grade, people in my school. Yeah. Go for it. There's nothing stopping you except yourself, except your innate insecurity and you thinking, oh, I'm not qualified, I don't need to be here. No. You got that thought for a reason. That aspiration, that dream was put in your head for a reason. You just have to decide whether or not you're going to act on it, or just think about it and keep going on about your day, thinking about it for the rest of your high school experience. It's going to be that thing that haunts you, okay? And I know for me, a lot of the times I stopped myself from going out for things because I was like, I'm not built, like I'm not physically fit enough to do this sport, or I'm not like popular enough to join this club. Like people don't really know me. People don't know me well enough for me to go and like run for something. And you can't let that stop you, because I don't know, there's something I'm still trying to learn and come to terms with, that you can't let your body, or more specifically your insecurities about your body, stop you from going forth and trying something, because there is no right or wrong way to look or to be or to act whenever you're going out for something. Like this isn't stopping you from doing your sport. This isn't stopping you from doing your sport. If you're physically able to do it, you're able to do it. I don't care if you're 90 pounds or 220, 250, 300. If you can do the sport, do it. Like there's no right or wrong way to look whenever you're doing a sport, okay? Because in track, in basketball, in football, you have people on the smaller end of the spectrum, you have people on the bigger end of the spectrum, but they're still out there kicking their butt. Like doing the sport and kicking butt while doing it. You don't sit there the whole time and think, wow, he shouldn't be playing basketball because he has a little flap under his arm. No, nobody's thinking that. Nobody's thinking that but you when it comes to yourself, okay? There's no right or wrong way to look or to be or to act when it comes to doing something that you want to do in life, okay? And yeah. But yeah, hopefully, sorry guys. Hopefully this advice is able to help somebody, and you get the message that you needed to get out of this. why did I stutter? Hopefully this helps somebody and you get the message that you need out of this. I just want you all to have a happy high school experience. I want you to get the most out of it. I want you to be the most social version of yourself. If you don't want to be social, that's fine. That's okay. But it's just good to go out and try new things and be involved and just find passions, pursuits, hobbies that you enjoy, that you like, that stimulate creative growth in your mind and just keeps you occupied. Like there's nothing like having a good hobby, a good passion project, just finding people that also enjoy those things, you know? And it doesn't even have to be for other people. It can just be for you. So get out of your comfort zone, get out of your own head, and just get out and do. If you don't take anything else away from this, take those 3 things out. Get out of your comfort zone, get out of your head, and get out and do. That's literally all you have to do. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you in the next installment of the series.